So today I wanted to talk to you a bit about some key skills and essential workarounds for anyone in a video production and the editing process. There are a few areas that really stand out to me when it comes to making sure you deliver great quality content and working efficiently. So let's dive right into it. First up, I would like to talk to you, my audience, about the technical skills. This is a huge factor if you're working with video. You need to have a solid understanding of video formats, codecs, resolutions, and aspect ratios. Why? Because these are the things that demonstrate how your determine how your video will look and perform across different platforms and devices. For example, if you're editing on YouTube, you have to know what resolution works best for the website, usually 16:9. If it's for Instagram, you're thinking about aspect ratios and file sizes. Without the right technical know-how or knowledge, you would struggle, as every platform has its own variety. Like for instance, mobile devices, different aspect ratio than a monitor, so you need to work with it and you need to know how to change it. If the video doesn't display correctly, then it brings storytelling implications where it just won't work that well or run that smoothly. This is the heart of a great video, the story. Knowing how to structure a narrative is a key aspect. Just about cutting between shots. It's not just about cutting between shots, it's about crafting a story that keeps the audience engaged from the start to the finish. Effective sequencing of shots using sound and music to set a tone, and paying attention to visual elements. This reinforces the narrative and is what elevates a simple video into something more memorable that an audience will watch again or watch similar content. The way you arrange everything should create an emotional connection with your audience and a chronological story, unless you're doing it differently where you're doing it backwards, but we're not going to talk about that today. That's a whole entire different type of thing with the director and everything. Then there's the organization and time management. I cannot stress enough how important this is in the world of video production. You're often judging multiple projects at one time, juggling. Whether you're editing 2 commercials or managing a short film, it's all about keeping track on deadlines, assets, and edits. Without strong organizational skills, you may struggle with this because you need to learn how to obviously name your files, format your files, like MP4, MP3, you need to sort it all out or else it's just going to be a jumbled mess. You want everything to be tidy, and this is what editors do. Like, they're very tidy and niche people. They usually like everything to be organized so they can just edit like that there. Let's not forget collaborations and communications with other parts of the production team. Like, video production is rarely a solo gig. It's a team effort. Whether you're working with directors, producers, or other editors, being able to communicate effectively is a must. You have to understand their vision for the project and make sure you're delivering what they want. It's also important to keep everyone updated on your progress and be open to feedback and adjustments alongside criticism as you may receive it, because you're not going to be perfect every time round. So getting criticism and learning from your mistakes is a vital role of an editor, because you can always improve. You may think you're good, but there's always room for improvement no matter what. And finally, for the skills, is problem solving. You're going to hit technical roadblocks, obviously. Maybe the footage isn't syncing, or the resolution is off, or there's some sort of software glitch. Whatever it is, being resourceful and being able to troubleshoot on the fly is essential. Finding creative solutions when things aren't going as planned is what separates a good editor from a great editor. Staying calm under pressure, thinking outside the box, and finding ways to work around challenges is a key point to a great editor. So yeah, that's a quick rundown of some of the skills that come to mind when I think about an editor. Being successful in video production is balancing the technical creativity and organizational side of the work, and it is constant challenges. Like, every day is a new challenge, but it is what makes the job so rewarding for editors, as no day is the same. And yeah, that is the technical skills of an editor. Now I want to talk about who the editor works with. So an editor works alongside, obviously, the director and the sound management team, as they all coerce at the end of the post-production to make sure that the vision of the director is matched with perfect synchronization. The whole team runs like clockwork, like back and forth. It's kind of mad, actually. If you've watched a production or watched a post-production, you'll see everybody collectively working as one. This is why editors are so good at their jobs, because they're not by themselves. There's always someone to help them. Now, Obviously, talking about modernization in today, editing has changed vastly with the amount of tools that we can have. From going back to the 1920s where they had to snip individual pieces to now where software has timelines, effects that you can just drag in. From CapCut to Premiere Pro, Final Cut, DaVinci Resolve, these are all high grade industry standard feature film editing softwares that is great for any beginner editor. Now myself, I use Premiere Pro. I personally find the structure of Premiere Pro to be great for what I do and my production style, but obviously every editor is different and they will find their own niche within the softwares. All you have to do is learn how to use them. And I would also like to talk about, like this here is a big one, AI editing. Now AI editing is something that's kind of not picked off yet, but unfortunately it'll take away the skill and the know-how and the knowledge in the later years to come unless we keep the editing role hands-on, because you can now get auto transformations or auto cuts or auto set timeline to where you barely have to put any work into it, and that's just not fun for anybody. But enough about AI, that's for a different day. So to round off this here video there about editing, in a personal standpoint for me, I think it's a great tool. I think it's great to know the knowledge of editing, and definitely the technical skills and the know-how, especially communication and team building and like just building a community around it. Like editors can be a huge team of people who you will get to know very well, and that's another great part of editing is the fact you're not quiet and you're not by yourself. You always have help. So in summary, I would like to just basically say editing is a great tool. Like massively great. Like organization, collaboration, and problem solving. Problem solving is the massive one. If you can't problem solve, don't be an editor, because you need it, because every day is different, like I previously mentioned.